So good evening everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, and obviously getting ready for next week. So just bear with me guys. So let's look at the market for next week. So it's early this week. The reason is that I wouldn't be able to hold that later on at 5. So because of that, it's a bit early. Now let's look at the social links where you can follow me for ideas and updates, and then we're going to look at the setups for upcoming week. All right, so for social sites and links, just simply go to my TradingView profile, check the signature box. You're going to get all these links from there. All links are there, so you're going to get the website link, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, and Telegram. All right. So if you're looking for a group membership, want to join us, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com, check the membership levels, and you're gonna see membership levels are there. All right. And if you're looking for further information, you can send that form, fill that form, and send that form to me for further information. Yeah. So I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So let's look at the setups. Okay. So CAD is still pushing higher. Hopefully you have already seen that. Okay, still more potential left over there on the CAD. We are within that correction, so that correction to break up and continue to go higher, or another leg lower and then go back up to 35 or 37. So CAD, dollar Chinese yuan is also setting up for another leg higher. So we're going to look at the lower time frame. New Zealand dollar also doing really well, so we need this correction next week to break down and keep dragging lower. And Australian dollar, US dollar also doing really well. Correction is over there, so next week you're looking that correction to break down. All right, so yes, my mistake, so it should be 19 to 23. Thanks for a reminder. I just fixed that. So New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar also went lower nicely. Okay, so correcting for another leg lower. So next week, this correction to break down. Hopefully you remember that in the last weekly market outlook, we were looking for these corrections to break down. All right. So we got a nice breakdown drop, but we didn't see more downside. Okay, we got the breakdown, we didn't see more downside. We have seen another leg higher. If you remember, I have told you in the last weekly market outlook, we still can see that leg before going to continue to go lower. All right, so going down. All right, and another correction is just forming over there. So next week, that correction to break down and continue to go lower. So Chief Yen also breaking down, but still there at the top. Okay, so nice correction is over there. Next week, that correction to break down and the price to keep dragging lower all the way. Update is also there. All right, so this is the updated chart. So looking at that correction to continue to drag lower next week. Chief Yen, dollar index bounced off. All right, and correcting very much similar like the Kiwi Uzi chart. Okay, so you're looking this to tag that top. So we're going to look at the updated chart as well. Okay, so US oil went lower, went back up, still within that correction. All right, so the next leg lower to form. Pound yen, big daily correction is there, breaking down slowly. All right, so a lot of potential is there on this chart. Pound dollar also going down. All right, so we're going to look at the updated chart too on the pound dollar. Dollar chief also bounced off nicely from the lows, okay, and correcting over there. You're looking next week to this to keep dragging lower all the way back to that top. Okay, if not, then another leg lower, test it the low and then go back up. Easy charts. All right, so Euro Yen also went lower nicely. Okay, so you're looking at another correction over there. Correction is in formation. That correction to break down, tag that low or form new low, and then again go back into the bigger correction or go into a flat formation. So euro dollar also went lower. Yeah, correcting, same like others. All right, so you're looking that correction to break down, tag that low or form new low. Okay, so euro dollar also doing nicely. So all these charts are old. Okay, so and the charts which I have just shown you are the updated charts. So now let's look at the next week analysis. Okay, so dollar index you have just seen. So this is the bigger time frame analysis. Okay, bigger time frame analysis. We are looking dollar to go back up at least up to 100. All right, if not 100, then go at least up to 98 area. All right, go up to 98 area. So this like to happen during the election or after the election. Okay, so on a lower time frame, we already got the breakout. Okay, so next week this is the formation you are looking for on the dollar index. Okay, so bigger flat formation or stay trending like that. Okay, stay trending, correct, and keep going higher, or give us that leg back to that top and then go lower, test that low, and then again go higher. Okay, so we are looking at to keep pushing higher. So correction is there. Once market gonna open, you're looking that correction to keep pushing higher nicely, forming. Right, so correction is already forming, so you're looking that correction to break out and keep pushing higher. All right, so this is the update for the next week, this correction to break out and keep pushing higher. So in case if this correction is not pushing higher, okay, and testing lows again, so you're looking this to buy again. Okay, we are not anticipating this move in case if it is coming. All right, so you're looking to buy again. Just simply go back to this chart. All right, okay, this chart, and go back to that chart. So dollar index, so euro dollar is very much same. All right, so let's look at the old chart. All right, so old chart is this. We are looking for this move. All right, so that move, so we are within that move right now. Okay, within that move right now. So if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame analysis on a daily time frame analysis, all right, then all right, so should be there. So this bigger correction, okay, which have already broken out. This correction is already broken out on lower time frame, and price is somewhere there correcting there. All right, so we are looking this big lag on the euro dollar to go all the way back to that low. So for next week, all right, so we are there for next week, this to break down and keep dragging lower. Okay, correct back and keep dragging lower, or okay, go down, tag that low, go back up. All right, and give a simple flat formation. All right, and then keep dragging lower. All right, so there's going to be a buy opportunity from that low on bounce off. Okay, once we're going to see that there is a bounce off at 1.16, there's going to be a buy opportunity like that back to that top end, and again going to be sell opportunity back to that low on bounce off on price section over there. Once you're going to see that the price action is appearing over there for bounce off, then buy opportunity back to that top. If bounce off is not happening, all right, then this correction to keep dragging lower, and all right, this correction to keep dragging lower, okay, and another one to form, so we may see another 4-hour time frame correction before going to continue to go lower, okay, because we're going to see election on 3rd of November, and there is, you know, there is less likely we're going to have a big aggressive drop to the downside on the euro dollar. Okay, so this chart you have just seen, so there is the correction on the euro dollar. Now that correction to break down this trade for next week back to that low, all right, and break down and keep dragging lower. If not, going to bounce off, correcting, yes, a short term buy all the way back to that top, and then again that bigger flat formation to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, chart is very much same like the dollar index, not doing different things. All right, so updates are there. The chart which I have just shown you, updates are there. There was a sell setup too. Now you're looking next week this correction to break down. Okay, that trade. All right, so once more I'm going to open tonight, so you look in that trade, bounce off, something like that. Okay, bounce off, correct, go back up. All right, so if this move is not coming and price is dragging higher again, okay, test that top or slightly a bigger ABC move. All right, and then drag lower. So we are not anticipating this move. This move is we are not looking for that move. But in case if this move is going to come, okay, so there are going to be again sell opportunity on the euro dollar. So dollar chief, very much same analysis. Okay, so let's look at the bigger one. All right, so this is the analysis, okay, for longer term. Okay, if I'm going to look at the daily time frame, today should be not today, weekly. Okay, so we are looking that move to happen. Okay, so price is slowly building the momentum over there on lower time frame. So last week that was the chart. Okay, have shown you at the start. So this correction to keep pushing higher. Okay, this correction to that's the target for short term. All right, and there is the update. Okay, that's what you are looking, bigger flat formation, or quickly go back to the 93 and break that 93 and keep pushing her up to 95. On lower time frame, very much same analysis like the euro dollar. All right, so this flat formation to form and price to break the 91.60 and keep pushing higher. Okay, chart is almost clean and clear. Okay, so that's the chart. Okay, so you look in that trade next week. All right, so Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the bigger time frame, all right, so that you can get the idea that what price is doing right now. All right, so this to drag lower. Okay, so this to drag lower up to 65 area. Okay, so 65, go up to 65, and the short, all right, the short which I have shown you, that short is coming from there. Okay, so that short is happening now. If we're going to look at the lower time frame, this correction for next week. All right, so previous one already broken. Okay, so yeah, so there was the lower time frame correction. We got that move, all right, and the price went lower and was forming that correction. We got that breakout too. Okay, now we were anticipating that correction to form. Okay, now this correction is information. So next week, this correction to break down, at least tag that low, all right? At least tag that low. So short-term target going to be this low. Price can go below that, all right? But your target should be the previous low first, all right? And on a stronger sell, you can hold your trade for more downside. So if I'm going to look at the updated chart, so this is the updated chart. All right, So same flat formation like other charts. Okay, so first of all, lower time frame, that's the trade. Okay, and price to break down that and complete that wave up to 65. All right, and if not breaking, holding that low, all right, bouncing off same like others. Okay, correct, go back up. All right, so give us same formation over there. This is going to be a decent trade. All right, and then again drag lower from that top. Okay, currently we are not anticipating that move. Okay, but what if we're going to see that there is a price action at this low? Okay, then we're going to obviously go for that medium term trade back to the top. Okay, we are looking for strength on the dollar because of the we are looking for strength on the dollar because, you know, after the election. Okay, we are expecting that dollar going to gain after the election. So this is what you are looking. Okay, so price dollar is already gaining, all right, because of the uncertainties which we are having right now. So this correction, okay, it can slightly get bigger. This triangle can break up for another leg, okay, before going to continue to go lower like that. Right, so that's the Australian dollar, US dollar chart. Kiwi also did an excellent job. All right, so let's go to the bigger time frame first. All right, this is what we are anticipating. All right, this. So if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame, okay, so bigger time frame is slightly clearer there, and yes, they're much clearer there. Okay, so go up to 60. So we got a breakdown from the top. Okay, we get a breakdown, we get a bigger correction, we get a breakdown. If you remember that last week in the last weekly market outlook, we had that correction, and I was saying to you guys, you look in that correction to break down. Okay, so the chart was clear on Kiwi in the last weekly market outlook. So you got the breakdown of that bigger correction. Okay, the previous correction was that we got a breakout, and the next correction was also same. All right, so you got the breakout of both. All right, so you got the breakout of both corrections. So if I'm going to look at the recent chart, okay, the recent chart, okay, so this is the chart actually. Okay, so this is the chart. This is the chart you should keep in your mind, that I mean the direction. All right, so okay, there you go. Okay, we got a breakdown of this ascending channel, right, at this place, and went again into a correction. Now price to drag lower up to 60, right, up to this previous low, up to 60, and yeah, as said, flat formation. Okay, like others, we may see that bigger flat formation for more downside on Kiwi dollar, US dollar. So if I'm going to look at this recent chart, okay, this recent chart, there you got, right? So we got the sell there. Okay, now we are having correction. Okay, now this correction to break down next week, all right? This trade, all right, this trade, go back to that low and then bounce off, correct? Go back up and then flat, then go down or keep dragging lower. Okay, so this is almost for next 2 to 3 weeks analysis. I'm showing next 2 to 3 week analysis on this chart. Okay, so we were expecting that correction to form. Okay, we are having that correction now. If I'm going to look at this chart, okay, so there we can see the analysis is very much clear. Okay, so we may see price within that a flat formation for next 1 to 2 weeks. All right, so and after the election we're going to see some huge volatility. Okay, we are expecting huge volatility because of the election. So you look in that correction to break down. Okay, that trade, it's a decent trade. All right, and price to tag that low, bounce off, go back up. Okay, or break down and keep dragging lower. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, nice correction is information, or simple ABC move, you guys can see that is information. Those who love to count waves, okay, so it's easy for them to figure it out that what it is doing. All right, so simple ABC move. Okay, A, B, and C. All right, now this to break down and continue to go lower. Okay, if going for the D and E and then breaking down, okay, turning into an expanding triangle, okay, then go slightly higher, this top, and then break down. All right. So we are not anticipating that move, okay? As said, we are not anticipating that move, but in case if that move is coming, they're gonna be same analysis like others. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, they're gonna be a bigger, you know, bigger daily flag. Okay, this like this. All right, we are currently not anticipating this bigger daily flag. Okay, but be ready for that. Okay, be ready for that. So we are not looking that move. We are simply looking this trade. Okay, that trade to happen next week when market gonna open. And pound dollar, very much same. You are having a big daily correction on the pound dollar chart. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the clean chart, so if I'm gonna look at the clean chart on pound dollar, there is a lot of drama on Brexit side. All right, and it's waiting for something to happen on Brexit side. Okay, so people are not buying the pound. Okay, they are waiting for this, you know, Brexit drama to finish. So the deadline is the 31st of December. Okay, so no deal in sight until now. All right, and deadlock, no more negotiations. All right, and a very nice daily correction is setting up on the pound. All right, and this time frame, daily time frame. So you're looking for this, either you can say that expanding triangle or simple this daily flag. All right, this daily flag to break down, and pound dollar to at least visit 120. All right, 120 or 119. All right, so simple analysis, simple chart. It is in a daily correction, struggling to push more higher, waiting for something to happen. All right, and if it is not going to break down because of the Brexit, all right, then US election may break down this aggressively to the downside. So the the sell from that top, all right. So we were looking for pound dollar to go down from that top, from 130, 131, close to those areas. So we got a nice decent draw from there, and then price again went back. Okay, and then again we got a draw. All right, and daily correction. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, so this flat formation same like others. So you're looking next week that trade. All right, so that trade. So don't get into the market from the current price. You already missed the trade from that top, or when price went back and gave you a chance to get into the trade. So we'll suggest you to let the price push back for another leg higher and give you a simple flat formation. Okay, and then you are looking for this trade. All right, that trade from there. So if it keeps pushing lower from the current price, you can get into the trade. All right, you can get into the trade on a lower time frame. Yeah, but it's going to be tricky. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. You may get stopped before going to see more on side on the pound dollar. Okay, so we are currently looking at to keep dragging lower. Okay, and the correction which we are having on lower time frame, price to just simply break down. Okay, this correction, okay, slightly can go back up, this break down that correction and keep dragging lower for the downside. Okay, so if it goes up to 130 again, all right, a 135.50, 130, 1.3050, all right, so still 1. Let me tell you exact price. All right, so that price, all right, 30.50, all right, 1.3050, then you are looking at to drag lower. So dollar CAD, okay, same analysis. A very nice flag is over there on lower time frame. All right, this is the chart. Okay, if I'm going to go to the lower time frame, this flag to break out next week. All right, when market going to open, this flag can get bigger. All right, so it can retrace 100% all the way back to that low before going to continue to go higher. So when you're going to get into the trade, make sure you understand that it can retrace 100% before going to continue to go higher. Okay, back to that low. So the the chart, okay, was that breakout. So if price is going to visit the 130.90, 131, okay, so they're going to be opportunity to go for long on this chart. Okay, so this simple analysis. So you're expecting dollar CAD to at least visit 137 before going to drop, right? At least 137 before going to drop. So 1 hour time frame correction. Okay, this 1 hour time frame correction to break up. So dollar CAD, all right, dollar CAD and dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen on an 8-hour time frame. Okay, so this is the longer term analysis. All right, so we got the wave in last weekly market outlook, the wave which I was showing you. Okay, so this expanding triangle to continue to go higher. So we got that, then we had another leg lower. Okay, so currently price, you know, is still at a good spot to go for long. All right, at yeah, so at 105. Right, so this expanding triangle. Right, so this simple expanding triangle. Okay, so for that trade, so currently we are, yeah, this move can happen. Okay, this move from this low. So currently we are not looking for that move. Okay, we want this to extend another leg lower like that. Okay, another leg lower rather than going for that trade, another leg lower within that symmetrical triangle, you know, complete the pattern formation at that low. All right. Okay, so this might be a triangle for some traders for more downside. All right, but we are not looking it to drag lower. So triangle. Okay, so symmetrical triangle to complete there and then continue to go higher. Okay, so next week we are looking another leg lower, but this is not a best opportunity to go for short on the dollar yen. Okay, so if you are I mean looking to trade on the dollar yen, okay, best thing is to wait for it to tag the 104 and then go for longer term buy on the dollar yen. And if you're a short-term trader, all right, then watch 105, dollar yen to hold 105 and then bounce off and then go back up for the expanding triangle which I have just shown you. All right, so there might be an update. Let me check. There might be an update on dollar yen. I guess it's same somewhere there. Let me check this chart. It is a similar way. That's the expanding triangle formation when it was developing over there. Okay, that. So this is what I have said. Okay, 105 to hold, price to bounce up from the 105, and this trade. Okay, back to that top or a bit more higher. Okay, so we have seen that leg. All right, so we have seen that leg slowly dollar yen went up. So the best, currently we want this to extend another leg lower. Okay, back to the previous low before going to continue to go lower. Okay, this chart. All right. So dollar yen, a kind of neutral analysis I have shown on the dollar yen. Okay, a kind of neutral analysis. It's in a buy zone. All right. It's in a buy zone, 105, 104. This is a buy zone. All right, and as we know that elections are there within the next 2 weeks, right? On 3rd of November, elections are there. We are not anticipating dollar yen to break up aggressively for upside. Okay, it can stay there within these ranges from 104 to 106, but big next leg for more upside after the election. Okay, so those who are longer term trader, you are looking this to drag more lower at least up to 104. All right, 104 or the previous bottom. All right, previous bottom, and then you are interested for longer term buying on this chart. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the 2016 election, okay, so we have seen a very strong aggressive move. on dollar. Okay, it went lower first and then suddenly went up. All right, so suddenly went up. So we may see that kind of, strength again, right? We may see that kind of strength again on the dollar, but we'll update if I'll see that that strength is going to come. All right, but you are preparing for a dollar to gain. Dollar getting weaker because election is uncertainty. All right, because of election it's getting weaker. So once that uncertainty going to be over, those investors who have left the US just because of this uncertainty, those who have sold their assets, yeah, they can go back into the US, they can invest again into the US, or new investors, those who are holding cash, okay, they can invest into the US election into the US assets after the election, because they're going to be certainty who's going to be the president and what their policy is going to be. So this is going to make picture more clear for future. Okay, so this is going to be a longer term, you know this is going to be an event for longer term investment. So longer term investors obviously going to go after the dollar. All right, and we may see strength because of that. All right, we may see strength for short to medium term, and maybe again longer term dollar can get down because of the Fed dovish policy. We'll see that after the election if dollar is going to get weaker for longer term, like 2008 or 9 recession. Okay, if something like that kind of move is going to come on the dollar, we'll see. Okay, but for now, the investors, those who have sold their US assets, okay, they can get back into the US. They can invest again into the US, all right, after the election, yeah, which can drive the dollar higher. So dollar to gain for short to medium term, and this to drag lower before the election and then continue to go higher. Okay, so pound yen. Let's move on to the yen pairs now and the rest. Okay, so pound yen chart. Okay, normally we see a risk, the risk of a risk on move after the election. Okay, before election we see risk, risk of move. Before election we see risk of move. Investors, get up from the risk, riskier assets. Yeah, because of this uncertainty, because we don't know who's going to be the president right now. Elections are polls are telling us that who's going to be the winner, but still it's uncertain until the results going to be announced. All right, and those who are buying the risky assets, now they are taking their money away from the risky assets. All right, and we are having risk of move at the moment, and after the election we may see risk on move. All right, which can drive the yen lower. All right, which can drive the yen aggressively lower. So we are having strength on the yen, and right now, okay, and looking this to at least drag lower, okay, before the election, at least back to that low. All right, flat formation like the others, at least back to that low, and then go down or keep dragging lower. All right, okay, so we'll see if after the election yen is going to lose its value aggressively like 2016. So same analysis like the pound dollar chart. All right, so you're looking for at least this to, it has already tagged the top. Okay, so you're looking at this to at least go back up, test that flat formation, and then drag lower. Okay, so this trade for next week. All right, so Uzi Yen also went lower. Nice trade setup was there. Okay, if I'm going to go to this, if I'm going to go to the weekly chart, okay, we are looking this to keep dragging lower. All right, so 60 is far away. 60 is far away, but it can go there. Okay, it can visit there. So that's the weekly chart. And if I'm going to look at the daily chart, okay, on the daily chart we were looking this bigger flag to break down. Okay, and then it went higher within that wedge and then dragged lower from that top. Okay, and then on a lower time frame, recent 4-hour time frame chart, we were looking for this to go lower. Okay, keep dragging the trend to the downside. All right, and last week, all right, in the last weekly market outlook, this flag to break down. All right, we have seen breakdown, but we have seen a bigger correction. Okay, this bigger correction for next leg. on the Uzi Yen. All right, that big next leg higher. All right, so now price is going down nicely from the top 76.50. All right, and we were looking for that flag to break down during the Uzi labor data. We get a breakdown. All right, that breakdown already also happened. All right, now for next week, that's the analysis. Let me go to the beta time frame so that we can see the bigger time frame within the lower time frame as well. Okay, so this is the bigger time frame analysis for some time. So we may see price within these ranges for some time. Okay, so correction already happened. Okay, this correction already happened. We got a breakdown. Now we are currently looking this to break down, keep dragging lower, form another correction, and the bigger weekly chart which I have just shown you keep going down into that direction. Okay, keep going down into that direction all the way up to 60. All right, if not, okay, then same analysis like other charts. Okay, so then bounce off, correct, go back up, form that flat formation. Okay, give us again longer term sell opportunity over there and keep dragging lower. If I'm going to look at the lower time frame, trade has already gone from the top. All right, trade has already gone from that top. So for next week, looking when market open. Okay, so same analysis like the Australian dollar US dollar chart. So you go back up, okay, break down, tag the low, or slightly get bigger, this correction to slightly get bigger, ABC move, okay, and then drag lower, tag that low. So this short-term trade, okay, so this chart has almost completed, it's, this chart almost has almost completed its wave, all right? So from that top, almost completed that wave. So going after this trade, carry risk, okay? So the potential is not huge over there on this trade. You're going to get 50, 60 pip. But some pairs are still at that top, okay? The pairs which I have just shown you, like pound dollar, pound yen, they are still at the top, okay? So those opportunities are still there. You can catch those opportunities. Those opportunities still have a good potential to go more downside. All right, so you're looking that. All right, so once price going to bounce off from the low, okay, we are expecting it to break down, but in case if it is not breaking down, okay, bouncing off, correcting, okay, go back up. There's going to be a buy opportunity from that low. So Kiwi Yen is also going down. All right, so let me check if I posted a chart over there. I think I posted, but not sure. Maybe on the weekly chart I have lower time frame update. Maybe on this chart, not sure. Yes, I have posted. Okay, so this is also going down. All right, the Kiwi Yen. Okay, so nicely going down. All right, and you're looking similar pattern like flat formation. Yeah, I'm showing just a one pattern everywhere. Yes, it's a very simple analysis. Flat formation. Okay, everywhere just showing you a one pattern formation. So not a complicated analysis. So you look in this same analysis like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. All right. So same analysis like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, so you're looking that to break down, tag that low, bounce off, correct, go back up, or break down and keep dragging lower. Okay. So if you're gonna get a, if you're not gonna get a breakout, okay, and we're gonna get a bigger ABC move. All right. So still there's gonna be a one more drop opportunity. Okay, so far don't be confused. Just simply look for this ABC move to go lower. That's it. All right. This setup is already there. All right, that's the setup. Okay, and you look in that trade when market gonna open. All right, so Cad Yen. Okay, so Cad Yen also to go down. All right, flat formation. Yeah. So let's look at this daily chart, and we are still looking at to keep dragging lower. Right, there to form a flat formation. Okay, keep dragging lower from current price. All right, I'll go into that flat. Okay, so there is a correction very much similar like the deep correction, okay, very much similar like the dollar CAD chart. So you look in this trade, all right, that trade. It can retrace 100% all the way back to the previous top. All right, it can retrace 100% all the way back to that top. So you look in that trade, okay? So this Kiwi Yen, Uzi Yen is at that floor. All right, Uzi Yen is at that floor. But this pair is still giving you a good chance to get into the trade. So you look in this to keep dragging lower from that top, all right? So that flat formation and keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Cad Yen, all right, and Euro Pound. Let me look at the couple of others first, and then we're going to look at the Euro Pound. So Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. If I'm going to look at the weekly chart, on the weekly chart, we are looking for this to go down. A nice price action we have seen on this chart last week. Okay, and it's holding the top. All right, so if I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame, yeah, we were looking for this flag to break down in the last weekly market outlook. We got a breakout, but we did not see continuation. Okay, we have seen a bigger ABC move. All right, we have seen that bigger ABC move, and then we were looking for that bigger ABC move to keep dragging. So this is the target is the 35. All right, this is the target, not the one. It can visit that, but currently not the one. Okay, so 35. Those who are seller on this chart for longer term, so you look in 30, 0.35. Okay, so lower time frame. Yeah, keep dragging lower. We got the correction over there on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so that's the 15-minute time frame. We got the next leg over there on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, this next leg, and on updated chart. Okay, the updated chart is this. So you got the idea what is the weekly time frame, what was the 4-hour time frame. Okay, there were updated charts as well on these corrections. All right, so we were looking for this to go down, okay, and this flag to break down, but I'm not showing these charts. You can see there on my profile. Okay, so hopefully you got the idea what is the bigger time frame analysis and what is the lower time frame analysis. Okay, so now the price, first of all, okay, first of all, the arrow which is showing over there. Okay, so 0.035. All right, 0.035 is the target. Okay, so that's the target. So first of all, we are looking this to keep dragging lower. Okay, keep dragging lower slowly. Keep correcting 15-minute time frame. Keep dragging lower. All right, so keep dragging lower. So this is our preferred move. Okay, because we are already into the trade. We want this to keep dragging lower rather than this to going back up. All right, so if we gonna see that there is a price section and price is bouncing off from that bottom, okay, and correcting over there, then another leg higher. All right, another leg higher. Go back up, test the top, hold that top, and again continue to keep dragging lower. So price may stay there within that pattern for a while. Okay, so the expanding triangle. So as I said, our preferred move is to keep dragging lower. Okay, if not, then this flag, all right, so this 1-hour time frame flag to break out aggressively, correct, keep going higher. Okay, so copy paste that move. Okay, so just simply copy paste that move, go all the way back to that top. Yeah, it's a strong breakout needed over there from the current price, and this to go back up. So that's your Kiwi dollar, Kiwi, Uzi and Kiwi. Okay, expanding triangle. First of all, keep dragging lower. If not, then go back up. So the dollar Chinese yuan, right? So the dollar Chinese yuan, as I have shown you, expanding triangle. Okay, so this analysis is valid as long as price stay above from current price. Okay, if price keeps, let me simply go to the point, all right, rather than, okay, so you got a nice gap over there. Because you got a nice gap over there and price keep dragging lower. So you got a nice gap up over there, okay, and price was keep dragging lower. So you got a nice gap over there and price keep dragging lower. You got a gap over there, retest, and price is just going higher. So this analysis is simply based on that gap, all right, nothing else. That's it. All right, so price should stay above that gap. Okay, as long as price stay above that gap, your buy opportunity is there. If price is going below that gap aggressively, so stop looking for buy the dollar against the Chinese yuan. All right, okay, so hopefully you got the point. As long as price stay above that gap, it's a buy. Okay, it's a buy and price to go back up to this top. All right, and if price close below that gap, then simply ignore that. Okay, so there is the gap. So price has closed that gap. All right, and now this to break out into that direction. Okay, and it should stay above that gap. All right, so it should not aggressively close below that. So it can go beyond that gap correctively. All right, so if it goes correctively, then still watch it to bounce off aggressively. Let me find it out a chart for you. It's going to be a very old chart. Doesn't seems to me that it's coming over there. So let's try there. It should be FXEM. All right, so these gaps happen when fundamentally we see something in the market. All right, so Chinese has done something. They have removed, yeah, not sure about the news, the exact news. Okay, so it's related to the reserves. All right, so they brought reserves to zero. That caused the gap up. Okay, so there we were where we were looking for this to go back up. All right, and market closed when price went lower, and we have seen gap down, and then price aggressively reversed over there. All right, and that was a buy opportunity at that time. So a similar kind of move you are looking. Those guys who understand the gaps, okay, so you are watching this gap and price to stay above that. Don't go beyond that aggressively. Okay, if it is going beyond that gap aggressively, then it may invalidate the buy opportunity like this. Okay, then ignore the buy opportunity. All right, so price should hold that and it should bounce off aggressively. All right, which should give you a clear clue that gap is being held by the price. Okay, and going to reverse. So if I'm going to look at the related gap there, okay, so that was a gap up. All right, so continuation gap. So you can get these gaps on my profile as well. If you don't understand these gaps, go to my trading view profile and type it over there, gaps. All right, and just type it over there, gaps, and there you got the gaps. Okay, so you can understand that. You can check what types of gaps are there. Right, just look at that. So dollars, Chinese yuan, it's a good opportunity to watch. Eurocad. Okay, Eurocad is heading lower on a daily time frame. We are heading lower nicely. All right, and it's going down. And this is the updated chart. Okay, very much same like the others. Okay, so there we are currently looking this to go back up for another leg. All right, and give us the short opportunity again from that top. This is the up. This is the chart. All right, currently we are looking this to go back up and give us again that sell again. So those who have already missed the move from that top, okay, you are expecting this to go back up. All right, give you that move and then again sell from that top. All right, if not, then keep a breakdown and keep dragging lower. So let me go back to the old chart. Okay, so just to let you know that what it is doing right now. Okay, so this is the wave we are looking. Okay, we are within that wave, but after having a lot of corrections over there within that circle. Okay, so go back up. Currently there is a correction, okay, and which can break down and it can keep dragging lower. All right, that correction which I'm just showing over there. Yeah, that correction can break down and can continue to go lower. So Eurocad doing really nicely. Euro Yen is also doing really nicely. So let's straight away go to the double day chart, right? Double day chart. Okay, so this is what we are looking going down, and the recent correction was there. Okay, the sell recent was there. So this move, okay, flat, simple pattern. All right, so same pattern, and keep dragging lower. All right, from the current price, or give us that flat formation. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the recent one, okay, that's the recent one. Okay, broken down, and now this is the correction for next week. Okay, when market going to open this correction to break down, finish its move there, bounce off, correct, go back up, or keep dragging lower. Break the previous low and keep dragging lower. All right, so that's the chart. What I said to you guys, so this is a good chart to watch. All right, they're going to be a decent, you know, decent money if you understand that. Okay, on the might be on a monthly chart. All right. Two-week chart. Okay, so we may see that bigger move. Okay, that bigger move. So a lot of potential going to be over there. So the reason why we are looking that move is simple, guys. Okay, there is nothing complex things behind that move. Currently, as said, inflation turned negative in the EU. All right. So when we see, inflation is going down, it means a good sign for currency. Okay, it should strong. I mean, it's a good sign for the currency. Okay, so currency should get stronger. All right, when inflation goes down. All right, but when inflation goes down, currency gets stronger. All right, so it affects on the growth. All right, we don't see growth. All right, so for that, central banks take action. All right, they take action. They devalue their currency, and then they see inflation start to pick up. All right, this is just this is the one factor. All right, currency is a one factor. There are many other factors as well. So currency is a one factor. So we are looking euro to drop. All right, ECB is not taking action right now. They are just saying that they are watching exchange rates and inflation as well. Inflation, the target is to push the inflation back to 2% or slightly above 2%. All right, and currently it's negative, and yearly basis it's close to 0.2. All right, so this is a clear signal that in future ECB is going to take action. All right, and if we look at the charts historically, whenever inflation went close to zero or negative, ECB came, they took action, and we have seen currency went lower. All right, so euro went lower. So it can go all the way back to that low, all right? So up to 96 or 92. So it's a longer term forecast, all right? So currently you are looking this to drag up to 116 or 114. Okay, so you're looking at to go up to this low. So there gonna be any pullback you see that on the euro yen or the euro dollar are gonna create a sell opportunity. Why they're not taking action right now? Okay, because we are having multiple uncertainties right now. The biggest uncertainty is the election, all right, and then coronavirus, all right. And what we believe that ECB is waiting for this election to be over, next president to come, and then they're going to take action, all right. And then we may see aggressive moves on the euro for the downside. Okay, there are going to be plenty of return on these charts. All right, so let's move on to the lower time frame. So every time when you see that it's going up, means that it's creating opportunity for you to sell. All right, so we were selling it. Okay, if I'm going to look at the old chart was somewhere there. That might be a 4-hour time frame. So we were looking for short every time on this chart. Okay, so the first one was that, right? So I told you, I have shown you that chart in the previous weekly market outlook as well, all right? So it went into the similar correction like others, okay? This similar correction, okay? So we were selling it every time from these highs, okay? We were selling it, taking these profits, all right? So selling it, taking these profits, short-term profits, and looking for this to break for the bigger time, right? When it went into a daily correction. Okay, so that was the updated. So we were selling it, so we got the trade on it. All right, so now this correction and flat formation. Okay, this, yeah. So you look in this correction to break up that trade. Yeah, bounce off, correct, go back up. All right, and then again drag lower. If not bouncing off, then you look in this to keep, yeah, the bigger weekly chart have just shown you. Break the previous low, all right, break this previous low, all right, set the trend, okay, correct for another time, same like this, okay, set the trend and keep dragging lower for the downside. Okay, so euro yen, chief yen is also same, right? So the previous chart was that, yeah, we are looking, this is the bigger time frame chart. Okay, so chief yen to keep dragging lower, go all the way back to that low, very much same like the euro yen, all right. And the last one was that, okay, it broken down but did not continue, went back, right? Same like the euro yen. And then the recent one, okay, then the recent one which we have seen there, okay, so this recent one, so now there is correction, okay, this is at a much better place as compared to the Uzi Yen. Okay, now you're looking at that trade for next week. Go, we are already into the trade, already taken a couple of short-term trades within these areas. Right, now look in this to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low and give us that flat formation and then drag lower or break this bottom and go into a bigger time frame correction. Okay, so this correction, all right, that's the formation. All right, so you look in this trade next week, okay, if it is pushing back, all right, and giving you a bigger flag again like others, I have just shown you that way. You get bigger ABC move, so still drag lower, counter it. S&P 500. So I think I should finish currencies first and then going to look at the indices and commodities. Okay, on the euro pound. Okay, so euro pound to go back up for another leg. Okay, so simple analysis. This is currently not a best opportunity. We were looking for this. Okay, so simply this trade. Okay, we are having that trade, but slow, not so aggressive. Okay, it's a slow move. As you guys know that there is a Brexit issue. Okay, now this to break out. Okay, that move, simply that move from lows. Okay, every time when price is coming close to the previous lows. Okay, so you're looking at to hold, bounce off, go back up. All right, so if you remember in the last weekly market outlook, I have shown you watch for that flat formation, all right, this flat formation. So price is going down, but it's not so aggressive. Okay, it's not so aggressive, setting up for another leg higher. All right, so you look in this to drag lower and go back up. All right, this top or new high. Okay, this is not a best opportunity, guys. I have shown you many best opportunities. So if you're trading, then make sure you understand that what you're doing, which pair you should go and which pair you should not. We are looking pound to drop, okay? And there are many other pound pairs which are much better, you know, than this chart. Okay, go back up, all right? Not this move, go back up within that bigger flag. Pound Cad, pound chief, all right? So go down. This bigger flag, like same like the pound yen chart, okay? So go down and go all the way back to that low, all right? So there might be a chart, all right? So somewhere there within these 4-hour time frame there. Okay, so this trade, so slowly price is dragging lower, staying sideways. Simply you're looking it to drag lower every time when it is testing that top. Okay, so you're looking that short. Okay, and this daily flag to break down. All right, the chart is very much clear, so you're looking that to break down. All right, so pound CAD, not a best opportunity. All right, so it's going into a triangle, and we are looking that triangle to drag lower. Okay, not a best opportunity, guys. So I'm straight away telling you that this is not a best opportunity. So don't waste. So it's okay for those who are a sideways trader. All right, short-term traders. It's okay for them. All right, but not a best opportunity for swing traders or wave traders. Okay, so we were looking for that move. Okay, so we are almost having, but move is pretty slow. Price is staying sideways, waiting for something to happen, all right, from bracket side. So we are looking this to stay within that triangle, symmetrical triangle, and break down. Okay, that's the chart. All right, so when price goes back to that top, you may look for it to go down. But from current price, there is not a best opportunity on this time on this chart. Okay, on a lower time frame, you may see, yeah, you may trade. Okay, I can tell you in a different way. Just use this sideways. All right, so you can trade that way, but make sure when you are trading on that way, then trade with care. Okay, because it's setting up for a breakout, and it can break out for downside. Okay, we are expecting it to drag lower. So every time when you see that the price is tagging that top or slightly going beyond that, you're looking to go lower. Trade sideways, simply using your support and resistance. All right, go down, hold that, go back up. Okay, go back up to that top. So not a best pair to trade these days. All right, and pound Uzi dollar is also not a best chart. Okay, pound Uzi, pound Kiwi, they are not best up. Pound Cad, pound Uzi, pound Kiwi, not best opportunities to trade these days. Okay, but simply you are looking another leg lower. Okay, that leg lower. So go down up to that low first. Okay, so that low, this low, or another leg lower. Okay, very much same analysis like last time. This is also not a best chart, guys, to trade these days. Okay, but we are looking at another leg lower, new low, or at least test this previous low. Okay, maybe this is not making sense for some traders. All right, so it can drag lower if we are not going to see, you know, deal between the EU and UK. Okay, we may see aggressive sell on the pound again once more. All right, so buyers, so trade with care for upside. Okay, they are exposed to the downside aggressively. So not a best opportunity. We are neutral on it. And on a pound CAD, on CAD chief, we are, you can see that neutral. Okay, this is also not a best pair. So it's staying sideways, not a best pair. Okay, and it's in a trending lower. So we are expecting this to push higher. Okay, give us that bigger ABC move. Okay, and then drag lower. So not a best pair, guys. Don't waste your time. If you are looking to trade, then it's not a best pair. Okay, so we'll suggest you to let this go back up, complete that bigger ABC move, and then you are looking this to drag lower. Yeah, or you can trade sideways on lower time frame. Okay, as I have just shown you the pound CAD. So not a best pair to trade these days. Uzi CAD, it's a much better as with compared to the CAD chief. Okay, and we are looking this to go down, right? And let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So you're gonna get the idea. 4 or 8, I think. You're gonna get the idea from that chart. Okay, yes, there you got. Okay, so now this is the move you are looking. Okay, so you already got the correction, and that correction broken down. Okay, and it's dragging lower. So bigger daily chart you have seen, all right? Daily chart you have just seen. So very much same analysis like others. Okay, bounce off, correct, go back up, test that top. All right, yeah, that pattern. All right, that pattern, and then again drop lower for longer term downside. Okay, or keep dragging lower, keep correcting on lower time frame, keep dragging, keep correcting, and keep dragging lower. Okay, so this is what we are looking at, right? So go all the way back to the previous low like other Uzi pairs. So in lower time frame, if I'm going to look at the lower time frame chart, I have just shown you Uzi New Zealand dollar. Okay, the way I have just shown you that chart, same on this chart. So strong breakout, correct, go back up and test the top and then drag lower. Okay, it is not at the best spot right now to short. All right, short already gone. So you're looking at to bounce off, go back up and then drop, or keep dragging lower. Okay, so a lot of potential is there. Every time when you see that this pair is pulling back up to 96, 95, all right, or let's say 97, it's going to create a longer term sell opportunity. All right. So if you have gone through my previous weekly market outlook, all right, so we were looking for these moves. Okay, that move and then these moves. Okay, so we got those, and when we have seen this new high, we turned bearish on this for longer term. All right, before that we were longer term bullish within these areas. Okay, longer term bullish. Now we are longer term bearish. So anytime when you see that it's coming back to those tops, it's going to create a high probability longer term bearish opportunity. So Uzi Chief is also very much same like that. All right, same like that. So you're looking this to bounce off, go back up, same like the Uzi, Cad. Go back up and then drag lower the expanding triangle. Okay, so selling from the current price is not a best idea. All right, let's wait for the price to tag the top and then you are in from the top. All right, and keep dragging lower for longer term to the downside. All right, so let's move on. Kiwi Chief. Okay, if I'm going to look at the weekly chart. Right, so 2-day chart. Okay, so we got a bigger correction over there. Okay, that bigger correction. Okay, we got that. We are within that wave right now. Okay, within that wave. But wave is not so sharp. That wave, bearish wave, is not so sharp. Okay, that wave is not so sharp. So break the flag. Okay, break the flag and keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Look at this correction, break down all the way back to that low and then go back up. All right, same like the others. Okay, then go back up and then drag lower, or break down, go back up and then drag lower. Okay, not a best opportunity right now at the moment. All right, but if I'm gonna look at this in a different way, all right, just gonna remove these two, move these two trend lines. Okay, so very much same analysis like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, so same ABC move, same flag, so same trade. Okay, breakdown and at least short term tag that low. Okay, so same trade, at least tag that low. All right, so smart traders you can catch, but those who are not smart enough, you should avoid. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, US dollar is much better. Both, yeah, all three charts are same. Euro New Zealand dollar is also same. Okay, Euro New Zealand dollar is also same. Okay, that trade. Okay, that flag to break up and continue to go higher. So Kiwi Cad. Okay, Kiwi Cad is slow moving weekly chart. All right, so drag lower. Okay, that arrow go into that direction. Right, so go into that direction all the way back to that low. So on lower time frame, we are still in a sideways market, right? Or you can say that within that daily correction. So slightly push up. Okay, so slightly push up, go back up, and then drag lower. Not a best chart. Don't waste your time on this chart. Okay, not a best opportunity. Yeah, so same like others. Okay, same like others. So ABC move is just happened. Okay, already broken the broken. Right now, this to break down. Okay, that trade. Okay, go back up that formation. Okay, and then drag lower or keep dragging lower. Okay, so I have shown you that chart, that formation almost everywhere, guys. Okay, flat formation. So same on this chart too. So Euro Chief, bigger time frame, keep dragging lower, another leg lower, and then go higher. And on a short term, on a lower time frame, so you look in this to go back up. Right? So short term traders, you look in this to hold. Yeah, it is already held. Okay, so go down, hold, and that trade sideways. Okay, so simply as said before, looking to trade in this chart, it is sideways market, right? So this platform formation, or simply use support and resistance. All right, just simply go back up. Euro New Zealand dollar expanding, the expanding triangle breakout and continue to go higher. All right, this correction to breakout and that trade all the way back to that top. All right, all the way back to that top, and yes, that's it. Okay, that's it. We were expecting this to form that expanding triangle. We already had that. Okay, we were expecting it to bounce off from that, so we already got that move from there, guys. Okay, we were expecting this expanding triangle. We already got that move. Now we are simply expecting that correction to keep pushing higher. Okay, short-term target is that, and medium-term target is much better. Slightly higher place. Okay, this place, that place, 82 or 83. So still tradable. Okay, same flag like others, Kiwi, other Kiwi pairs. Yeah. So this flag to break out and continue to go higher. All right. So you're looking that Euro New Zealand dollar to keep pushing higher. Euro Oz also. All right. So this correction, not a best opportunity. Simply, I'm going to say you, all right, like the Uzi Chief, not at the best spot to buy, and Uzi Chief is also not a best spot to sell. Okay, we are within this sideways market, and we still can see another leg lower back within these areas. Okay, and same gonna be with the Uzi Chief chart as well. So when you are buying so rather than going for buy on this chart, okay, so just keep close eyes at the current price. In case if Uzi is going to gain strength, all right, then look for this trade. All right, don't look for buy. This is not at a best place for buy. In case if anything unusual is going to happen, then we may see this move right there like that. So currently we are not anticipating that move. Okay, so watch the top. Same goes with the Uzi Chief. Okay, and look for this trade. All right, so same like other charts, guys. Same like the last time previously. All right, so if you remember, we are within a sideways market like that. Okay, so same goes again. So dollar Mexicano. Okay, so emerging market currencies are stronger against the dollar at the moment. All right, but currently we are looking dollar to gain. All right, so this move. Okay, so this short-term trade or this leg. Okay, previous bottom or new low, bounce off aggressively and go back up. Simple analysis, go with the trend. Okay, so the trend is so huge over there. Okay, so huge, right? So you shouldn't be trading against that trend. All right, until you have a strong reason. So you're looking it to go with the trend. Same goes with the dollar CAD, dollar rand, sorry. All right, so it's turning into a wedge. Yeah, we are within that correction, the correction which we were anticipating way before. Okay, if you remember when we had that move. Okay, this move. All right, this move, and I was telling you that guys, be prepared for this bigger correction. We are having that bigger weekly correction. Okay, now what we should do, we should prepare for the next breakout. All right, this correction can even get, you know, same like that. Okay, much bigger all the way back to that trend line. But every time when you see that price is at the low, all right, or at the previous low or forming new low within that wedge, you look in price section, you look in it to bounce off and go with the trend. Okay, buy the dip strategy. On emerging market currencies, use buy the dip strategy. Why buy the dip strategy? Okay, we see strength, all right, we see you know, strength on the equities goes higher, all right, when dollar is weaker. All right, when dollar is weaker, dollar goes down against these currencies. Okay, when we see equities goes lower, dollar goes higher. Okay, and dollar obviously going to goes higher on you know, emerging market currencies. All right, reason, when equities goes down, there is uncertainty. People goes after the the safe havens. All right, and when safe havens goes higher, yeah, the emerging market currencies are more exposed to the risk of moves. Okay, they move very aggressively with the trend. Okay, so you can use that strategy all the time. You can buy the dip on the emerging market currencies. All right, and emerging market currencies are moving very much similar like the equities. If I'm gonna use the SPX chart, all right, so let's use that on a clean chart. All right, dollar rand. Okay, so very informative point. Okay, so you can see over there. So since 2002 to 2020, very much similar kind of behavior you can see over there, trending behavior. Okay, so rand is struggling, emerging markets are struggling, emerging market currencies are struggling. All right, so same you guys have just recently witnessed over there. Okay, so you have seen big drop and boom, big move up. Got it? If not, then let me tell you. Okay, so there you have seen drop on the S&P 500. Okay, so crash. All right, and what we have seen strength before, even before that, on the dollar against the rand. Okay, so since then you can see that, you know, dollar is gaining against the rand. Okay, that was the point, by the way, that was the place where it, so you got it. When indices, when equities goes lower, emerging market currency is going to be exposed to the dollar. Okay, they're going to go with the trend. Buy the dip strategy going to work. All right, so buy the dip strategy going to work on these currencies. Okay, they are trending. Okay, so it's turning into a bigger weekly correction. If I'm going to go to the lower time frame, so we are still within a wedge. Okay, so this previous bottom, we look in this to go lower, this previous bottom and that trade. Okay, so short-term trade going to be within this sideways market, guys. Sideways market. All right, so short-term trade from these areas. Okay, so short-term trade, these trades. Okay, so hopefully you got it. You got the tip today. Buy the dip on the rand, Mexican peso, and on the dollar Turkish lira as well. Okay, now let's move on to the indices. Okay, S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500 8-hour time frame chart. We got the next leg on this. Okay, slow move. Right, that chart, updated chart is on the Telegram. All right, so we got the next leg. All right, so that next leg on the S&P 500. All right, so we got that next leg by the dip on the S&P 500. So for next, all right, so for next, okay, we are anticipating, you know, another leg lower. All right, another leg lower on the S&P 500. This leg lower. Okay, we are anticipating that leg lower before the election, and after the election continue the trend. Okay, so this bigger flat, maybe guys, we're not going to get that bearish move on it, and S&P 500 going to keep pushing higher, but you are trying to get into the trade then when you are having a stronger sell every time on the S&P 500. Okay, a kind of neutral analysis. All right, we are, you know, neutral bearish on the S&P 500 at the current price. We are not buying the S&P 500 at the current level for more upside. We are anticipating it to drag more lower. Okay, at least go to that low and then give us a longer term buy opportunity again from that low. Okay, so flat formation. Nasdaq 100 index also, last week we were anticipating correction on the S&P 500. All right, and we are having that correction. Let me find a chart on it. So we are currently having that correction, so we are currently predicting that correction to get much bigger, to go more downside, go all the way back to that low. So not buying the dip right now on the S&P 500. All right, so there you got the correction which we were anticipating. Okay, this is Nasdaq 100 index. We were expecting same correction on the S&P 500 as well. So we are having a correction on the S&P 500 as well. So there you got the chart. So not looking for buy the dip. Okay, as said, we are expecting this to drag more lower. Okay, that's the S&P 500 chart. So we are having that flag, right, on S&P 500 as well, and on the Nasdaq 100, almost everywhere. All right, so this correction, the chart which I have just shown you, that correction. So we are currently not looking this move. Okay, not looking this to continue to go higher. We are looking this to keep dragging lower. Okay, flat and keep dragging lower all the way back to that low, this low. All right, and then give us a buy opportunity again. All right, so we are neutral bearish. All right, not buying the Nasdaq 100 index at the previous top or S&P 500. Natural gas to go down to next week. All right, so there's going to be a short-term sell opportunity. Okay, that trade arrow is clearly showing which way to go. All right, and on the UK oil chart is very much clear. If I'm going to look at the the bigger time frame analysis, okay, so the ABC move. All right, in the last weekly market outlook, that was the trade. All right, flat formation. We got the flat for the next week. Now hold that flat formation and go into a bigger flat formation, ABC move. Okay, in the last weekly market outlook, that was the trade. All right, and now chart pattern completed. Now this is the move. All right, and UK oil is also seen like the US oil. Okay, another leg lower, this leg to form. Now let's look at the other commodities. Let's look at the indices first, and then gold and silver, and then others. So US 30, US 30 to go similar way like the S&P 500, simple flat formation. All right, or all right, so this chart go down. Okay, if I'm gonna remove, I'm gonna adjust that. Okay, this leg. Okay, then complete the chart, complete the pattern, and then continue to go low, go higher. All right, so US Russell 2000 is also same. All right, it's expanding triangle formation. We got the next leg on it, all right, by the way. And for next week, drag lower. Okay, so drag lower. Back to this previous bottom. Also, countries are going for some countries are facing for second wave of coronavirus, right? And this is clearly a very strong uncertainty, okay, which can drag the equities lower. And some countries are you know going for very strong restrictions, all right, so shutting down their cities, and and that is slowing down, all right, that is slowing down the recovery, okay, which can drag the equities lower. Also, we are going to see election within the next 2 weeks, so next 2 weeks equities to stay under pressure rather than going higher. Also, there is no stimulus package from the US. Okay, all these are bad news for the indices. Okay, and indices to stay under pressure and stay sideways. Okay, so German 30 to also drag lower from this previous top. Okay, this previous top. So we are neutral bearish on the indices for next week. All right, so UK 100 index is going into a bigger correction for breakout. Okay, so go down, new low, and continue to go higher. Okay, so Franc 40, CAC 40 is also same, slightly go higher. Okay, in the last week, weekly market outlook, that was the trade. All right, now from the top, go down and then go higher. Okay, simple analysis, go down now. Okay, so just need to adjust my chart. Okay, from the previous top, flat formation, go down from the previous top. Right, go down that move and then go higher. Okay, bearish neutral, not bullish. Okay, so this is also same. We got the move from the bottom, pushing up. All right, from the top, go down. Tag the top, hit the top, stay sideways, tag the low, and then go back up. Okay, so Uzi 200 also went higher. Okay, don't go higher, go down, test the low, and then go back up. Nikkei index, neutral. Now let's look at the gold. Okay, gold to break down the flag. Okay, so bigger time frame analysis is same. Okay, bigger weekly expanding triangle. Okay, we are expecting bigger move to the downside, not continuation. All right, on lower time frame, this flag to break down. Okay, for a bigger correction at the moment. Okay, so breakdown, this move. Okay, this move or same flat formation. If I'm gonna make it a bit clear. Okay, so this trade for next week. All right, so if I'm gonna put my trend lines there, then this trade next week. All right, and then bounce off, correct, go back up, flat formation. All right, and then again go lower from that top. Okay, so keep dragging lower or turn into that flat formation. All right, drag from that top or keep dragging lower from this area. Okay, so that's the trade for next week on the gold chart. Okay, as said others. Okay, so going to get bigger flag, daily flag, then still bearish on the previous top or new low, a new high. So silver chart is also same. Okay, we are bearish on the silver. We turn bearish on the silver. Same analysis. Okay, so same bearish move for next week. You look in that trade, all right? That flat. All right. So this flag to break down. Okay, that trade. Go back up, then drag lower, or keep dragging lower up to 14. All right. So on lower time frame. Right. So this expanding triangle or whatever you want to call that. Get this to keep dragging lower. Okay, that trade for next week. Okay, so platinum, not a best chart, guys. We are looking platinum to keep dragging lower. Okay, this move, so not a best chart. So this to keep pushing higher, not a best chart these days. And copper to go down. Okay, from that top. Copper to go down. Okay, it's clear that arrow to go down. Okay, if you are trading on copper, copper is at the top right now. You're watching it and you're looking it to go down aggressively from that top. All right, go up to 260. Go up to these average price. Okay, that's the average price. Go down to the average price. Okay, that trade from that top. Okay, so Bitcoin is slowly pushing higher. We are neutral bearish on the Bitcoin. Okay, not expecting Bitcoin. People are they are just crazy. People are gone crazy on the Bitcoin. All right. So looking at the log scale and expecting something like that. All right, like this. All right, guys, this is not making sense at the moment. All right. Okay, this is currently not making sense. Some central banks are moving for the you know for their own digital currencies, like EU, Bank of China. They have introduced their own digital currency, and that digital currency is in the market right now. They are using that and doing some you can say that some you know experiment, and they are doing some experiment on that. So if central banks digital currencies are going to come into the market, all right, then there's not going to be demand for such scam coins, which you are having. A lot of coins are there, they're not going to go higher. All right, so central banks currency is gonna be alternative for that. So it's not making sense at the moment for Bitcoin to do something like that. All right, to go above 100, go to tag 100,000. So go down. All right, so go down, and the same analysis like last week. So go down from the current price, tag the lows, and then go back up. All right, so I think that's it. On the other coins, same analysis like the Bitcoin, guys. So that's it. Enough for this week. Hopefully you have enjoyed and got the idea that what to do. Right, so flat formation everywhere, flag to break down and test the previous lows. Any question, guys? Is there any question, guys? If no, then we're gonna finish it here. All right, so let's finish here. Any question? I'm waiting for question, guys. If you do have any question, then let me know. So no question is coming, so let's finish here, guys. And We'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next week. All right. So make sure you like the charts. All right. The charts which I share with you, if they are making sense for you. All right. And you are trading on them, making some good trades, then give them a likes. All right. And if you're learning something new from my charts, all right, make sure you support those charts. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.